الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وعلاه. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. We'll resume the previous sessions about the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Last time we decided to talk about the da'wah strategies that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam followed to spread Islam, We talked about some of the strategies that he dealt during the time of oppression, suppression, and struggle in Mecca, and how many of those who accepted da'wah were, the Americans call them underdogs. Underdogs doesn't mean the word dog is not there, but people who are really humble, poor people, people who are not really looked at as people of power, influence in the society, okay? But those are the people who really played a great influence in the beginning of da'wah, showing their own resistance because they had been suppressed, oppressed, enslaved, but they rejected all that. They were ready to take the torture, to take the struggle, to take the confrontational role for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other people, we call them the elite, they started looking at those people. How come those people who were taking the truth, struggling for it, and we couldn't even accept it, and they know that's the truth. But this is the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that it's always the suppressed people who accept da'wah. Allah will elevate them. Okay? Called mustada'afin. Those people are always the people who accept da'wah. Just like when Shu'aib, his people came to him and said, مَا نَرَى تَبَعَكَ إِلَّا أَرَادِلُنَا بَادِيَ الرَّأْيِ. We have seen, those people, low-class people, people who are not really very influential in the society, they are the ones who followed you. And they say, if you just throw them away, we will follow you. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, you see? Because this deen penetrates the hearts and the minds of people. When you have a lot of money, you're afraid this deen is going to charge you money. It's not. Okay, you have a high position, you say, oh. This is why some of the people of Mecca and Taif said, لولا نزل هذا القرآن على رجل من القريتين عظيم. We wish that this Quran has been revealed to two of the great men of Taif or Mecca, the people, two villages. Subhanallah. أهم يقسمون رحمة ربك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, are those the ones who distribute the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? They don't have the right to even claim that, because it is the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, then we talked about another approach that the Prophet ﷺ followed, which is realizing the huge horizon of this universe. And this da'wah is not only for people of Mecca. This deen is not for certain time, or certain people, or certain language, certain culture. No. And he thought of a new plan that really shocked Qurayshis. And this tells you regarding that the great planning that the Prophet ﷺ, power that he had. He started sending his people to Abyssinia, to Habasha, to another continent, another language, another culture. Subhanallah. It is a great challenge for them because they are going to be exposed to all these different and changing matters. Today we'll talk about another aspect of the da'wah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, or another strategy that he used to follow. Now, he worked with his people in Mecca, spent a lot of time. Many of his followers accepted Islam, they accepted torture, etc. And he told them, don't do anything, I cannot do anything for you. You've got to be patient. Some even gave their lives. Okay, they were tortured to death. Okay, and the Prophet ﷺ didn't do anything to them, said, you've got to be patient. You have to be patient. And patience is a very important feature of da'wah. And of the work of da'wah. Patience has to do with long-term planning. People who plan short terms cannot be patient. They want to see everything on the spot, at the moment, in their life. In their lifetime. Within 10 days, 1 month, 1 year is too much for them. Okay? But people who plan for long term to achieve higher aims and greater goals are going to be patient. So the Prophet ﷺ had another, he didn't just accept what the Qurayshis were doing by torturing him, his companions, giving them hard time. No, sending his people to Abyssinia and Habasha, and I mentioned that he nominated even some of his own very close relatives. His daughter went to Habasha. Okay? It's not only you, but even my own daughter are going to carrying the sacrifice with you. She's paying the price for accepting that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of God. It's not free. Okay? If you want Jannah, you've got to work for it. So the Prophet ﷺ started new strategies that he had from the beginning, but he escalated that. And he realized that there should be a stronghold for da'wah within the Arab Peninsula. Yes, we're going to send people to Africa to seek refuge, to spread Islam, and they really succeeded when they went there. The Negus himself, the emperor himself, became a Muslim. Became a Muslim. You see, he himself became a Muslim because of this influence. And he's sending a message to Quraysh. They say, if you stand on the way of da'wah, Allah will bring people better than you. Different in color, different in language, different in culture, but they are the ones who are going to spread Islam. Watch out. Your own children are going to leave you. And you are the losers. They sent after them when they went to Abyssinia. They sent Amr ibn al-As and other dignitaries of Quraysh to go to the Negus and say, those people, they left their families. They're bad people. They speak bad about Jesus. They speak bad about Mary. They speak bad about all religions. Those are terrorists, huh? Those are fundamentalists. They will give you all these barbaric terms. You know, they're doing all propaganda. And the Negus asked him, said, what are you saying about this? They just recited Surah Maryam. He started crying. When I accepted Islam, he said, go back. And he brought, very precious gifts, expensive gifts to the Negus. He said, take them back with you. I don't need them. I'll keep those people and I'll protect them as long as they wanted to stay in my land. They have the freedom to practice their religion. You go back. Imagine the reflection that will be on Quraysh when they realize that now Muhammad is finding another abode, another land. The kings are talking about him. We persecuted him, and the kings are giving shelter to his followers. They respect him. They followed his own way. Subhanallah. So the Prophet ﷺ continued his usual technique that the people used to come for Hajj. You know, this Hajj has been taking place since the time of Ibrahim a.s. And most of the prophets went to Hajj. This is another issue that we'll talk about. And the Arabs continued this practice, but they turned it into idolatrous, a pagan practice. Okay? And they were doing a lot of shirk. Okay? So, but they come and they used to camp in Mina, just like we do. So the Prophet ﷺ took the chance, and he wouldn't leave. This is an annual opportunity that the Prophet ﷺ was taking. He would go to the gatherings of people, and those people are coming from different places. So he targeted a camp of Medina. It was not called Medina at that time. It was called Yathrib. Okay. So the Prophet ﷺ named it Tayba. Okay. It was not Tayba. Before Muhammad, it was not Tayba. It was just Yathrib. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Rasulullah. So the Prophet ﷺ went to that camp of Ansar. The first year, a few people accepted Islam, and they kept it in secret. And the Prophet ﷺ said, just keep quiet about it. And he sent with them Mus'ab ibn Umayr to go and teach in Medina. The number increased. to very few at that time, maybe 7 or 6. Next time, there were more than 72. And about 3 women. It's not only men, it's also women. Young, old, from different walks of life. And they came to Mecca, and they had a chance to meet with the Prophet ﷺ. And if this was done in secret, because the Qurayshis were ready, yeah, to stop any kind of, this is a threat to them. The Prophet ﷺ did not say in Mecca and say, oh, this is my situation, then I cannot do anything. It's up to you, Allah. No. He took all the means. Last time we talked about when he went to Taif. He started moving around. Okay? Mecca could not accommodate this deen, but the whole world is a landscape, is a target for this deen. Yeah. And the Prophet ﷺ made it very clear to the Qurayshis when they started to stop him. He said, لَيَبْلُغَنَّ هَذَا الْأَمْرُ مَا بَلَغَ اللَّيْلُ وَالنَّهَارُ وَلَا يَبْقَى بَيْتُ وَبَرٍ وَلَا مَدَرٍ إِلَّا دَخَلَهُ هَذَا الدِّينِ بِعِزِّ عَزِيزٍ أَوْ ذِلِّ ذِلِّ. He said to them, this deen would reach every place where there is day and night. And there will be no house on earth made out of what they call it, the Bedouin tents, these, okay? Or meaning a Bedouin or civilized societies, city or village. This deen will reach. So it will go everywhere. And they were astonished. How come we are the people of Mecca not accepting your deen, and you're talking that the whole world will accept it? He was planning ahead. Very long-term strategic plan. This is why Michael Hart called him the best leader, the greatest leader ever walked on earth, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Although he didn't believe him as a prophet, but because of these planning procedures, charisma, planning, leadership, and other reasons that he ranked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be number one in the whole term of history, and nobody would come who was greater than him. There is no way. So the Prophet ﷺ established another oasis for dawah, another land for dawah, and another very strong hold for dawah in Medina. We're talking Abyssinia. He went to Taif, didn't work in Taif. The people of Taif rejected him. He went back to Mecca, but he didn't stop. He went to another direction, and he went to the people of Medina. So this tells you how the Prophet ﷺ was very flexible in applying his strategies. When one strategy does not work in one place, it may work in another place. And I'll use another strategy in this place as well. Because the Prophet ﷺ was very strongly confirmed that Allah is going to make this deen spread everywhere, regardless of all the opposition that is taking place. He was not really concerned. He was concerned about what's going around him, but this did not stop him. Saying, those are the people of Mecca, where can I go? He didn't have internet at that time, no telephone, no mobile phones, nothing. So this is what he could do. No, there are more that you could do. He realized that he was a messenger to mankind, not to the Qurayshis. He lived among the Qurayshis, but Allah nominated him from the land where the house of Allah is located, to go to the whole world. To go to the whole world, not to be confined to that locality. We'll stop here, inshallah. Then we'll move to another da'wah strategy that the Prophet ﷺ followed to spread this deen and to increase the followers of Islam and spread da'wah. Jazakumullah khairan.